Students. This is Maths class by B. Datta Prasad, School Assistant Maths, and today's class is for 10th class, real numbers, and our topic is logarithms. So, we are discussing what is logarithms and why should we use logarithms, and finally, how to find out and how to do some problems in the logarithms, and who is the person invented. So, first of all, the person invented, the mathematical scientist invented is John Napier. See here, the inventor of logarithms is John Napier. He is the person who invented these logarithms. This is the most important topic in mathematics. And now, why should we learn logarithms? This is the point we should know. So, see here, let us observe the following. Uh, See there, 2 power 1 is equal to 2. 2 power 2 is equal to 4, you know already 2 into 2 equal to 4. And then 2 cube is equal to 2 into 2 into 2, that equal to 8. And here, if I write like this, 2 power some x, sorry, it is some disturbing. Okay, 2 power x is equal to 5. If 2 power x is equal to 5, then can you anybody tell me x value? Here 2 square is 4, 2 cube is 8. What about 2 power x is equal to 5, then x value? So there is some x value which is irrational number. There is some x value. So there must be a value, but it is an irrational number. So close to 2 because it is very near to 4. So I think x is equal to nearly 2.3 or something like that. So we have to find out whether it is. We can conclude the values also. We can find out the logarithmic values also by doing these problems, and you can learn all the properties in this topic. So just I am erasing to continue the topic, and here we have to establish a relationship between the exponent and the value, and to the base also. Okay. For that, we should know the details. See here, if 2 power 4 is equal to y, then what is the value of y? Clearly, you can say that y is equal to 16 because we can write 2 power 4 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 4 twos, and we multiply those twos, then you can get 16. So y is equal to 16. And again, use another variable for exponent like this. If 2 power x is equal to 64, then what is the value of x? Yes, you know already, x equal to 6. Now, suppose if 2 power x is equal to 5, just now we are discussing 2 power x is equal to 5, then what is the value of x? Here is our question. So, means we have to know the relation between x and 5. It may be 5 or it may be 6 or it may be 7, it may be 9 or something. So, we can assume this 5 as y. So, means see here, here we have to find the relation between x and for y is equal to 5. Here we are assuming 5 as y. I hope you understand. Right. Means we have to set a relation between x and y. So for that we use a graph like this. Let us draw the graph y is equal to 2 power x. Then the graph comes like this. For that graph we have to find out the values. Table should be right here. So how to write? First we have to take x values. We have to assume the x values and we have to find out the y values like this. See here, x values we are assuming like this: minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. And then y values are like this. If you write once again, I am taking pen. See here, x value if minus 3, then if you put here, it becomes 2 power minus 3. So 2 power here, see here I am writing 2 power minus 3 is equal to, this can be written as 1 by 2 power 3. Okay, means 1 by 2 cube value is 8. Like this we can find out. This is 1 by 8 for x equal to minus 3. Similarly, for minus 2, if you put minus 2 here, you get 1 by 4. And if you put minus 1 here, 2 power minus 1 it becomes, then the value is 1 by 2. So these are all the y values. All these are all y values. And these are all x values. We are assuming x values and we are finding the y values. Then we are getting the this table. And now we get a graph like this. See here, if you draw a graph to x and y and for this table, see this graph, it comes like this. I'm zooming this one. Oh, it is not zooming now. This is okay. Now see here, observe this graph. See, it is like this. It's coming near to x-axis, closer to x-axis, but it never touches the x-axis and never cuts the x-axis. It goes like this only. Sorry, it goes like this only. But it never touches the x-axis because all the values are positive. Then we can say that all the values are positive. So here the note is there already. The curve comes closer to the x-axis but neither touches nor cut the x-axis. So in this relation we can say that in this relation y is equal to 2 power x is to be say that x is a logarithm. X is logarithm of y to the base 2. Okay, we are going to the definition. Once again I am saying in this equation x is called logarithm of y to the base 2, means we are going to the definition now. See the definition. What is the definition of logarithm? If n and a, which is a not equal to 1, you have to keep in mind. If n and a are any two positive real numbers and for some real x means it may be a rational number, it may be an irrational number. It is real. Then the exponential form is here a power x is equal to n. Then x is said to be the, here see here, x is said to be the logarithm of n to the base a. I am underlining these three letters. X is said to be in this equation, in this exponential form, x is said to be logarithm of n. Logarithm of n. Logarithm of n means result it is. So logarithm of n to the base a. Here in this part, this is a base. Okay, base is a. So in logarithm also, base remains the same. Are you following? Yes. Now it can be written as logarithm of n. See here, x is the logarithm of n to the base a. We said already. Now we should write like this: logarithm of n to the base a. This answer is x. This x comes like this. Okay. Now we have to note this point here. This is called logarithmic form. Which is logarithmic form? This is logarithmic form of a power x equal to n. I hope you understand. And then we continue the topic. Now some exponential forms are here and some logarithmic forms are here. See here, 2 power 4 is equal to 16. This is exponential form. In this exponential form, we are finding the relation between 4 and 16. So logarithm of 16. See here, logarithm of 16 to the base 4. Here base 2 here. So to the base 2 only. Logarithm of 16 to the base 2. See, observe here. That equal to 4. So here also leave the exponent. We read it again. Logarithm of 16 to base 4 equals to 2. Are you following? And say once again, logarithm of 125 to the base 5 is equal to 3. See here, like this. Logarithm of 1 by 16 to the base 2 gives minus 4. And here also logarithm of 81 to base 3 gives 4. See once again, see these two examples, these two logarithms. Logarithm of 16, logarithm of 16. I am reading same. Both are, I am reading same. See here, logarithm of 16, logarithm of 16. Where is the difference? See here, logarithm of 16 to the base 2. Logarithm of 16 to the base 4. What do you observe? So here logarithm of 16, but the bases are different. If the bases are different, then the value also different. Catch my point? Yes. And we have to go to the properties now. So properties of logarithms. There are some rules. One product rule, quotient rule, and power rule, and some other rules also. So first of all, we need to know product rule. What is product rule? See here, logarithm of xy. We should read first this one. Logarithm of xy to the base a, that equal to logarithm of x to the base a plus logarithm of y to the base a. Simply you can read it as log xy to base a, that equal to log x to base a plus log y to base a. Here why it is addition? See there, it is product. We have some proofs also. Product rule for quotient rule, we have proofs. In the later classes, we discuss these proofs. Just now we are writing the properties only. If it is in the product form, then we can add in logarithms. Like this, quotient rule also, log x by y to base a. Here it is quotient, means we subtract the numerator part of logarithm by denominator part of logarithm. Like this you have to write. And then power rule. What is power rule? Logarithm of x to the power n to the base a, that here you observe this exponent comes here, means that exponent becomes coefficient, like this, n log x to base a. I hope you understand. And then coming to another rules, other rules to know. We have another rules. So first one is logarithm of x to the power m y to the power n. Logarithm of x to the power m to the base y power n. The answer is, see here, m comes here as quotient, n also comes as quotient, n means 1 by n. So m by n. This becomes m by n and logarithm of x to base y. See here, logarithm of x to the base y. I hope you understand. Okay, continuing to next rule. What is next rule? Log a to the base a equal to 1. Here you can observe both base and the values both are equal. If the logarithm of like this, then we can say the answer is 1. And we are moving to the another rule. Logarithm of 1 to the base a. Base a is any value which is greater than 1. We can take 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 100. Logarithm of 1 to the base 7, that equal to 0. See here, what is the value? I am writing a small example. Logarithm of 1 to base 7. What is the value of this logarithm of 1 to base 7? This is logarithm of 1 to any base. No need to use a particular value. For any value of the base is equal to 0 except 1 and should be positive. Okay, right. Next, what is another rule? See here, a to the power of logarithm of n to the base a. See here, both are equal. Base of the logarithm and base of this exponential form, both are equal. Then we can say that answer is n. The result is n. Okay, right. If it is in the form like this. And now Another rule is there, logarithm of x to the base a by logarithm of y to the base a. What do you observe in both the logarithms in numerator and denominator? Both the bases are equal, a. If it is like this, then we can write, see here, logarithm, it makes single logarithm. Here both logarithms are there for the numerator and denominator. We can convert this into single logarithm like log x to the base y. Okay. Coming to next rule, logarithm of a to the base b into logarithm of b to the base c and into logarithm of c to the base d. What do you observe here? Yes, this is b and this is b. Like numerator and denominator, we can get cancelled there. Similarly, c c. So c c also gets cancelled. What is the remaining? Log a to the base d is the remaining. That is the answer. Yes. Okay. Now coming to another rule, logarithm of a to the base b. So this can be written as 1 by, you have to remember all these properties. See here, log 1 by, see this, see here, log a to the base b. It becomes log b. B comes to top and a comes to the bottom. See here, log b to the base a, 1 by, vice versa. Okay, right. These are the properties, and I'm erasing all these highlights for clear vision to write on the notebook. Uh, it takes some time to erase. Don't mind. I'm erasing all these values, all these highlighters. Okay, I'm taking pen again. So these are the properties. Closed.